Good evening, Board. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I appreciate how difficult...
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
That's
Todd
all right.
Brantley.
Thank you, Mr. Brantley.
I am currently, my family, we live on Walker Avenue, which was part of the Lakeview School that closed. We're the parents of a lovely 4.5-year-old girl, Bronwyn Brantley. We had visited Lakeview and determined pretty early on when she was about 2 years old that it wasn't going to be a fit for her. We were excited and delighted to find out we would be in the Crocker School District. Many of her classmates at her preschool go there as well. And I just wanted to essentially give the board one other data point as you're considering this process, which is my daughter. It's a difficult process to hear that you may not have this choice that was given and now may be taken back based on where we live. And I would just love to know, as part of the process, that parents that are affected would have some priority access to go to the school that they've been planning on going to. I know the question was asked earlier, will we have plenty of time? And the reality is that the kindergarten process is pretty extensive, more extensive than we anticipated coming into it. And it's a big concern that, you know, come January, we may have to look at another option for our girl. So again, I just wanted to give one other data point as we're considering this. We're very excited about the possibility of Crocker, and it's hard to hear that that may be moved again. So thank you for your time, and I know this is a tough process for you all as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Niall Ozono. I'm the parent of 2 children who graduated from Crocker Highlands Elementary. I am a resident and a homeowner in the area as well. My 2 children now attend Edna Brewer, and I'm on I'm the chair for the Tours and Outreach Committee at Edna Brewer. Absolutely committed to ensuring that kids are able to and choose, and families choose to attend their local public schools. My daughter is at Oakland Tech. I've been working for many months with the CLPC to address this issue of oversubscription at Crocker Highlands. Our group compiled credible data and produced a report that absolutely agrees with the finding of OUSD that this is indeed a problem, and that this problem indeed merits an addressing of the boundaries. Where I actually tend to disagree, however, is on the points that Director Spearman brought up, and that is there the ability for Crocker Highland residents to continue to attend their school? And the fact of the matter is, this boundary change, even if this had been a boundary change at a natural boundary of Lakeshore, it would have been an expansion. But this particular boundary even further expands. And I am concerned that, in fact, come next year, the following year, that parents will still find themselves struggling with the unfortunate situation of overcrowding. So I guess my one last plea is that OUSD continue to look at the numbers, continue to look at the data, and ensure that where that final boundary is drawn is one that can support the Crocker Highlands Elementary School. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Irene Lee. I am a Crocker resident. I am also a mother of a kindergartner at Crocker Highlands. Last year, we went and applied through the options process, and unfortunately, as happy as we were to have gotten into Crocker, we were not as happy as we should have been, as neighbors and friends of ours were not admitted initially. With the additional kindergarten classroom, we're happy that that my daughter can attend the school with her friends and our neighbors and the people that we were hoping to go to school with. However, I'm concerned that although with the new proposed boundary changes, that there will be continued oversubscription, that we see this in our neighborhood because we live there. We see the families that are continuing to move in, and as Director Spearman had indicated, you know, I don't know how much growth had been accounted for in the new proposed boundaries. Before the Lakeview closure, the school had already been at capacity. So the concern is that we will have this problem again come the next options process. And so I'm here as a friend. I'm already in the school. So for me, I shouldn't have any worries. But my neighbors, some who were not able to make it tonight, but are also here, I'm here in support of them. The other reason I'm here is because I do want to say that we did also lose some families. We lost families who chose not to go to OUSD because of what happened last year in the options process, and they will not be coming back. And what I would hate to see is that as these decisions are made, that basically that other families are not lost because this was not there was not enough consideration in how these decisions are being made. And so as a potential parent who might send their child to Edna Brewer, and I am a product of public school education. I was raised by a single mom, and I went through public education all the way up through high school, went to an Ivy League institution, and I'd like to send my children to public schools as well. However, if I'm concerned about how decisions are made in OUSD, I may choose not to do that, and so I hope to not be able to do that. But my husband and I will be watching this very closely, and depending on the outcomes, we may or may not choose to send our child to Edna Brewer, which is not our initial intention. But we did make a very personal and a very considered financial decision to move into Crocker because this is what we wanted to do. So, although I understand that you have made some concessions in how this boundary change has been made, I hope that that you will continue to look at this. And although I do feel for those families who
Madam President, the speaker's time has
Okay.
expired.
I'm sorry. Although I feel for those families who are continuing to have the rug pulled out from underneath them both ways, I just, again, thank you for your
ma'am.
time.
We need to move on. We have other folks who want to speak as well. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Kiera Lancaster. I'm part of the Crocker Long Range Planning Committee. I have a first grader at Crocker. I just want to speak very briefly and say that I do appreciate the collaborative effort that our community, our committee, and OUSD has made in terms of moving forward and facing this problem that has been clear at Crocker. And I know it's we're not alone. It's going to happen at other schools as well. My hope, however, is that we can continue to meet and continue to talk. I think there are a few little tweaks here and there that I'd like to hopefully put forth as well. But I feel very very encouraged by the recommendation at this point. So thank you. Thanks for all the hard work, all of us.
Hi, I'm Yolanda Smith, and I'm also a member of the Crocker Long Range Planning Committee. And once again, thanks to David Montanez and the work we've worked with him on this project and the recommendation that's put forward. We definitely feel that this is a step in the right direction, but do share concerns that there may be not enough room for growth in this plan. And we would hate to see this be something that becomes revisited year after year because we're not trending the numbers correctly today and not planning for growth. And the reality is of a parent today who now is being told that they were in, but now they're out, and if we have to come back next year and say you were in, but now you're out, I think that continues to create additional uncertainty for people in the community. So I encourage you to look really strongly at the numbers, look closely at the numbers. At this point, the analysis has to be done with, razor sharp precision so that we truly understand that we are planning for growth within the community. So this is not something that we have to continuously revisit each year. Definitely feel this is a step in the right direction. The Crocker Long Range Planning Committee has committed to continuing to track the data in our community, making sure that we understand the trends that are moving forward and bring them back to Oakland Unified for the data that sometimes you're not able to get. Because the only way I think we can continue to make sure that we have a school that is sustainable is to understand the changing dynamics and demographics in our community. And, we've made that commitment to our principal at Crocker and our commitment to our neighbors to say we need to make sure Crocker remains a sustainable school. And we hope that Oakland Unified, shares in that same concern and will work with us to make sure that that happens. So please, I implore you to make sure that as you look to this plan and you make this revision, let's look to making a revision that is going to be lasting for at least a couple years, and let's plan for growth so it's not something we have to continuously revisit. Thank you again for all the hard work that has been put forth, and it has been, you know, a lot of long hours, but a pleasure working with you, and thank you for allowing us to participate in the process.